happened. Remember?
Okay, well
John
then.
Bloom's
Well,
well,
yeah, but we don't have an intro now, so we just have to start talking right now, and we have to tell these people that, hey, guys, we decided that we didn't want to just podcast about one dysfunctional fucking team. Let's podcast about two dysfunctional teams, dude, and then maybe we'll start a Cardinals podcast down the road because they probably are gonna suck too. Justin, what's up, bub?
it'd be weird. Hi, buddy. That
Hey,
was fun. That was you started it. I usually start it, but you
yeah,
started it this time.
yeah,
It's a different podcast. That's why.
it is different. I like the glasses. It's very Clark Kent, not Clark
They
Kent of
feel
you.
they feel glary. Oh, Clark Kent. Don't you?
We'll get
Don't
hey,
you?
we'll get to that. Hey, that's called foreshadowing, buddy.
I'm gonna say something really quick in case Voida sees this. Thank you for the fantastic graphics you made. I forgot how to use Canva, so they're not used this episode, and then we got impatient, and here we are.
Oh shit. Hey, oh yeah, Voida. Thank you so much for the graphics. They're awesome. I think I owe you some money or at least some beers at happy hour at some point. Thank you.
I
And I
was
say
saying
that
when I forgot we were live. But look, there's one. It exists. I need to.
okay. Well, but anyway, thanks, Voida. If anybody, okay, and we kind of asked Voida for this, but I felt like it was too much work, so I didn't really push it. But if anybody can put together like some highlights together for like an intro, maybe Alex Tomic takes the ride of his life. Maybe a little floater, center field, Diamondbacks win it. Kind of mashed together. If any of you guys can do that, Voida, if you can, I just didn't want to ask you for more because you did so much already. But if any of you guys, what? But if any of you guys can do it, that'd be great. But anyways, yeah, dude. So hey, real quick, Diamond Talk. I feel like we should talk about that now.
Because the Suns didn't draft Tyrese Halliburton. Am I right?
The Suns did not draft Tyrese Halliburton. Holy shit,
So
dude.
so
That
Dan
game was
Dan
insane.
no, let's not. This
No,
is a
let's not.
baseball
We're not gonna go
podcast.
there. We're not gonna go there.
Allegedly. Hey, so what are we doing? Why are we here? Why don't we tell I feel like that's a good place to start. Like I feel like people want to know why. Look, they see our handsome faces alongside
Agreed.
Paul's handsome face. Sometimes Paul, well, usually not Paul, but you know what I mean. He's still handsome.
Yeah.
And we talk about Sun stuff very inconsistently. In the words of John Bloom, oh, you guys are gonna do a Diamondback podcast once every two
Hey,
months?
hey,
Maybe.
Bloom, I love you, but kind of a dick move, my guy.
I mean, he's not wrong though. It's like
He's not.
trash. Ample,
That's what makes it a
ample,
dick move. Like we already know, dude. You didn't have to rub it in
ample
our
evidence
face.
for said conclusion.
Yeah.
So Dan, why are you
Uh
doing this? What are we doing here? What's going on?
dude, me and we've obviously bonded over the Suns, right? But we've obviously gotten to know that we're both very, very, very big Arizona Diamondbacks fans, very big baseball fans. We're unfortunately, we're heavy baseball betters. Unfortunately.
Heavy as I feel. I mean, a relative, right?
Right, yeah, yeah, heavy's yeah. Let's okay. We can still both pay our mortgage slash rent, so
One
we'll
eight
be okay.
hundred got a problem or whatever
Yeah,
that
1-8, yeah, whatever that is. But yeah, we're here, man. I'm really excited because I've told you this before. Baseball's my favorite sport. I love the Suns are my favorite team in Arizona sports by far. Obviously, first team I fell in love with, but baseball. I grew up playing baseball. Baseball's great. I love the game. And it's just I feel like this is just a good opportunity because I'm sure there's some really good D-backs podcasts out there. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any of them. I think I have two baseball podcasts that I listen to, and in they're not local. So, yeah, man, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna see if how it goes. Because
that's it's an interesting point you bring up about the Diamondback podcast because
yeah,
it's remember dude remember I feel like the Suns podcast there were like dozens popped up in
yeah, dude,
like COVID-ish time, maybe a little after COVID.
yeah,
But I guess maybe is baseball just not as popular of a sport? Here's an interesting question, actually. Since it's a baseball podcast now, I don't honestly like. I like watching baseball. I watch a fair amount of baseball. I don't talk a lot of baseball. I don't have a lot of people that I talk baseball with. So the influx of Suns podcasts that came when they were successful, right? We didn't
Right.
see that same type of influx, at least that I've seen with baseball with Diamondbacks podcast, and we obviously had a World Series run a couple years back. Yes,
Yeah, we did.
I wonder why.
I think for me, it's like I think baseball and basketball. It's baseball. I kind of assimilate a little bit with the NFL, right? You can go from worst to first from one year to the
Yeah,
next.
that's a good point.
Maybe not so much with baseball because there's so many moving parts. But if like you look at the Diamondbacks World Series run, right? Year before, they no playoffs, right? They make the playoffs. And the thing with, and I think the biggest thing with between basketball and baseball is like you if let's say the Suns would have won the fucking playing tournament if they would have made it in and fucking gone the 8 seed, they would have gotten swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? In the first round. Let's just be real. That's what would have happened. In baseball, you can be the 2023 Arizona Diamondbacks, make as a wild card team, win the wild card round, win the divisional round, sweep the fucking Dodgers, go into the House of Pain with the
Sweet.
Phillies, with all those great Philly fans and fucking Mad Dog Russo who says he would retire if the D-backs won the fucking series. And he didn't. He hasn't, by the way, so fuck him. But you can have all that happen and then the Diamondbacks can go to the World Series and then they can rip your fucking heart out in the World Series and win one game and just remind you that you're still an Arizona sports fan. But also, it reminds you that baseball is just a different game, man. I think the NBA is like the NBA, dude, like an 8 seed set, like anything like lower than like a 5 seed winning a championship. Like how often has that happened? Not
That's
very
actually a good
often.
question. Like that Miami run to the finals a few years back was
Right. Yeah.
wild,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Um,
but at the end of the day, like it doesn't happen, right? Like in baseball, like it's different. In baseball, you can get hot. In baseball, you got a rotation. You got a Zach Gallen, you got a Merrill Kelly, you got a fucking Corbin Burns, hopefully for the rest of the year. You cross your fingers and you throw those guys out there and you take your chances, man. Like it doesn't work that way in basketball and football. Unfortunately, you just kind of have to play the game, and it's different. But that was a very long-winded answer to what you
no, but
asked.
you're right. Baseball does have that you know once if you can make your way into the playoffs, it definitely is a scenario more of a sport where anything can happen, right? Because you can have it's a 7 game series in basketball. The better team is more often going to come out on top. You're going to have a better chance of an upset. I see it in baseball. And baseball is America's pastime, right? Does anybody call it that anymore? I don't even know, right?
Yeah, I don't know. People like to call it that to kind of shit on it, so I don't call it that. But that's
Look,
why we're
look.
here,
Voida,
man.
see, Voida wasn't here for my apology. He's in the chat now, and he's like, "You don't
Oh,
want
now he's here. Here we
to."
go.
Voida, full disclosure, I could not figure out how to remove the background for some reason. I've done it before. I did it with Fanning the Flames podcast, but I sat here. That's why we started late. Dan sat here and watched me for like 15 minutes try to figure out how to take out the goddamn background. You know, Void is gonna send me one with the background taken out in like 4 seconds, and I was like, "Oh, look at me! I'm John Void. I'm better than you." It's true. We get it. We know.
But
Yeah,
except he's a fucking Dodger fan, so that kind of
yeah,
fucking just disqualifies him.
yeah. I like how
Except
I read his comment. I didn't put up there. See, it's
okay,
quiet.
that's
Uh,
fine.
it, yes, boy. This is the maiden episode, just like that maiden in your creepy crawly avatar. There, she's adorable. Or he, man bun. Is that me? Is that supposed to be me? Maybe I don't know.
Okay, well, we got weird.
Moving on. Dan,
Uh, buddy, so okay. I feel like we're kind of all over the place right now. So, how do you feel about this fucking team, dude? Let's talk about it.
I
I'll be
felt great
honest with
about them for 1 inning today.
Jesus, dude. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I really thought that our fucking maiden podcast was gonna be a eulogy to Tori Lavello, the way things were going, dude. It was bad, dude. It was bad. And let's be real. We've had me and you always text about ball all the time. We always have our fucking like, why the fuck did Tori do that? Why the fuck is Tori doing this shit? And it started to rear its ugly head, and it's kind of starting to tighten up a little bit. I don't know if it's just like
Well,
happenstance, but
well,
what do you think?
it it feels like maybe a little bit, and maybe it's just because we swept the Braves, but the Braves also kind of an underachieving team this year, right?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
but what it was not obviously not today, but was it yesterday? We actually went
Oh
through like or it was the day
yeah,
before. We went through we actually did like a seventh, eighth, ninth. Like it made sense. We right.
dude. I don't know. Yeah,
So
but yesterday Justin Martinez threw like 80 pitches.
oh yeah, that was bad. Yes,
That
because
was bad.
because yesterday he went over 1 inning. Right? Was that yesterday?
Yeah, he got the last 2 outs of the eighth, and then he came in
Note
for
to
the ninth.
self: Justin's don't go long. What? My wife just literally she laughed in the background.
Yes, sir.
Stop laughing so much over there. Gosh.
That was great. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh
Can't
my
make fun of
God,
yourself,
buddy.
you can't
Thank
even
you.
make fun of.
Hey, dude.
But
Only
no,
for the first episode. I love it.
I do feel like I don't know why this environment when I'm not talking about the Suns makes me feel less angry. Like I feel like
Right?
this is gonna
Right?
be I might be
Right?
less combative on these on
We're
this
free,
podcast.
dude. It's like when a team has won a championship. It's just like you're just free.
Dude, I told it yeah, I was going to ask if I told you the story, but I'm quite certain I have. I was at Game 2 of the World Series. You know that, right? Did I ever tell you that?
I was I was
Well,
at
like
game seven. I was at game
you
seven,
were
bro.
you were like 4 though, weren't you?
Huh?
You were like
No. Two?
4.
I was 12, you asshole.
You know, my dad was at Game 7 and he left in the eighth.
That sounds like your dad.
I know, right? It makes complete sense. Meh.
Yeah, dude.
He
That
won.
makes
He's
total
like,
sense. Was
I'm
he
beating the
like,
crowd. This is nonsense.
I don't want to ask the next question I was gonna ask, but yeah, dude, that's awesome.
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's the answer to the question.
I don't even know. Never
So
mind.
so this I'm gonna wait a little bit till I start understanding how I feel about this team because I mean the past 2 weeks we the idea of the podcast hatched quite a while ago. There just hasn't felt like the right time, right, for us to do this because it's just
Yeah,
been like,
dude.
oh, cool,
Hey,
we're losing games, and I kind of got the feeling today when we go through this 7-run ninth, right? Remember that
yeah.
Cubs game like a month ago?
Oh,
You know,
dude. Fuck. Wasn't that
97 runs were scored.
wasn't
It's like
that when
we're
we were
winning, we're losing, we're winning, we're losing. I was like, are we going to do that again?
wasn't that when we were supposed to start? Like we were gonna like let's start podcast and like dude, it'd
Yeah.
be great. And then it was like, fuck. We kept like losing in demoralizing ways, like constantly.
Void is like, did these guys just troll me and have me make a logo for no reason? Ha! Maybe not. No, he didn't, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of how it was going. So I guess to your point, that's why the first episode would have made sense on a Tory firing if that's what happened. Because hey, at
Dude.
least it would have been something monumental. But you know what? Today was a fantastic win too. Nothing like
Yeah.
morning baseball,
Oh, dude, that was
right?
so
Isn't that
great.
great?
That
9
was so
a.m.
great.
I
That
got to
was
the
so
office and
great.
turned it on in the background, and we started losing right away. I'm like, God damn it!
I I am fortunate enough to work from home, kind of, in the sense that I do maintenance at my apartment complex. So like I live here, but like I don't actually work in my apartment. So like I kind of just was like between like jobs and shit. I kind of like kept peeking in. And then it got to a point where it was like fucking like 8 to 4, and I'm like, god damn it, dude. Like here we go again, right? Win the first two, get me all excited, and then you're gonna lay an egg.
And
Cool,
just
whatever.
mope.
Brennan, yeah, Brennan fought, been shit the
God,
last
it
few
sucks too,
outings.
man.
Dude, it
Gave up 5
sucks,
today,
dude.
was it? 5 and 3
God
innings?
damn it. No, I think it was like six. Like 6 and 3 innings. It's crazy. Um, so I was like, all right, dude, like, wasn't our day. And I think like I left, and then I said, I saw fucking Gino coming up, and it was like fucking 10-9, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Um,
It's like,
and then
oh,
and then
hello.
and then literally you text me and you were like, hey, like, uh, bro, and
I'm
then like
pretty
I
sure I said
look, I'm like,
it was just bro.
yeah, dude, that's fucking that shit was insane, and I'm just like, I don't know, man,
Yeah,
like this team. But here's what I'll say, because I know Tori's like a big like talking point amongst like D-backs fans, and I totally get it, dude. Like I'm right there with you guys. Like he does a lot of shit that infuriates me. But one thing I will say, he has been the manager since what, 2017, 2018.
yeah,
Almost, he's been that manager almost 10 years, took us to a World Series. Like, yeah, some of the shit he does is dumb as fuck. Some of the shit he does is infuriating. But at the end of the day, like, dude, like, all right, like, let me see what you got, Tori. Like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. You've been here almost 10 years.
all right.
I'll give you, I'll, I'll give you your grace to figure this out. Like, I'll give that to him. As long as he
I
doesn't have a
agree. And
fucking as long as he doesn't have a fucking Paul Sewald fucking Make a Wish kid that he wants to throw in there in the ninth fucking inning,
then we're good.
mm,
Then we're good.
then we're good. Then we're good, bub.
Give
Then
him
we're
that
good.
leeway. Well,
Then
and
we're
I
good.
feel like we've gone through this before. It's kind of like that's Tory, right? We go
No.
through his kind of craziness. Um, I mean, the dude runs out more lineups than anybody else in like the universe. It feels like, but hey, if results start coming in, but look, I mean, we're talking coming off of a win here today, but this team could very easily go and lose a number in a row, and all of a sudden we're having the same conversation we were having before about Tory, and that's like, does this team need to make a move to light a fire under somebody? I mean, dude, let's talk about Jordan Lawler, right? You
Oh,
bring him
dude,
up, you're just
dude,
like, okay,
thank
let's
you.
give him sporadic at bats, and then let's just send him back down. Like, how? What a fantastic way to kill a kid's confidence, right? Like, if
Yes,
you're
hold
gonna
on.
bring him up and let the man play. Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no. Don't say sorry. I feel like this conversation deserves a reset.
Okay, reset it. Is that it's reset? Do I need what else? What happens?
Let's talk about motherfucking Jordan Lawler, dude.
Okay.
Honestly, this is my biggest gripe of the entire fucking season, dude. The guy was a number 6 pick overall in the 2023 draft, just
Hmm.
not a couple years ago. Number 6 prospect and or top 10 prospect in all baseball, right? Yeah. You called him up last year, gave him a couple at bats. Cool. All right, great. This year, your fucking offense is struggling mightily to put shit together, right? They at the time they were all over the place. I think Gino was batting 200. Like you're not gonna fucking. I get it. Gino's gonna play. You're telling me that Tim Tawa and who was that other motherfucker? Who was that fucking guy, dude? The guy that got thrown out in like game 2 to like end the game when like we had the tying run at third. Fuck. He was he was up. He was, God, damn it. He was up in the he just got DFA'd not that long ago. Hampson.
Oh God, I forgot about him. Like I forgot he existed. The
Oh,
name
oh Jesus Christ.
Greg,
Um
was it Greg? Was it
no.
Jared? Was it a G? I feel like it was a G. I can't
Jared, maybe Jared Hampson, Jared. I don't know. Doesn't
remember.
matter. Doesn't matter. But here's the thing that really pisses me off about Jordan Lawler, dude. Let's talk about Jordan Lawler since we don't have the fucking Jesus Christ, dude.
Garrett. See,
Garrett Hampson, Jordan Lawler, top prospect in baseball, right? You call him up. First of all, he's in the minor leagues while you're struggling. You finally call him up. You don't start him the first game. Okay, cool. You start him the second game, whatever. How the fuck do you know what the average was? I want to ask you this because I know the answer and I don't know if you
Jordan
know.
Lawler's average
No, no, no. How many games started? How many at bats did he average per week with the Diamondbacks?
per week.
Per week. Or how many games started did he average per week, do you think?
One, less than one.
He's basically
1.2.
average. Basically, yeah, a little less than 2.
Oh, yeah,
So how the
yeah. Like,
fuck? So you're telling me you have all these? Hey, Jack, the Caglioni, the guy from the fucking Royals, who's a fucking beast.
it's his
You got
piss
a
missiles
piss miss. Oh, it's hot. I love that. I love that term. It's my
video.
favorite
The
baseball term.
video you sent me was
That's
phenomenal.
my dude. Fucking insane.
Like, I can't
Um,
imagine doing that. I mean, I
like
can't. It's glorious.
here's my thing. I want Jordan Lawler to be called up. I want him to fucking succeed. But god damn it, Tori, can you fucking let the kid get some fucking
Run.
rhythm, some run?
Hmm.
You're gonna
Hmm.
start him every third fucking game, dude. Like how the fuck is he supposed to? And then like okay, oh like I started him this game and he fucked up. He had 2 errors and he fucking struck out 3 times. Well, no shit, dude. What the fuck do you expect him to do? He's a fucking 22-year-old kid. Fuck.
And you take him from a situation where he's getting regular daily starts, regular at bats, and then you bring him up to the majors in a much more difficult situation. You're like, all right, you're going to be like a utility guy. You got that, right?
And
Like,
not even a utility guy. He's like, you're gonna you know what they told him? They said, you're gonna back up Tim
Tawa.
Tawa. And I love Tim Tawa. Don't get me wrong, he's solid. But holy shit, Jordan Lawler should not be fucking backing up Tim Tawa. That's insane, dude. That's
Agreed.
crazy.
Agreed.
And we're
Agreed.
500. And we're 500.
And what Jordan Lawler when he got sent back down first game
Yeah.
back, he just hits an absolute bomb, right?
Absolute piss missile, yeah.
A piss missile, if you will,
A piss missile,
100%.
dude. That's gonna be our that's what it's called. It's a piss
Put it on
missile.
a T-shirt, baby.
Oh, dude, we should.
Oh, we just
We
got rich. Hashtag trademark. You don't have to
yeah,
hashtag trademark.
dude. Like 70 guys will buy it, and then me and Justin will split $70 twice, 2 ways, I
It'd
guess.
be amazing. I'd just be like, here, Dan, you spend it on Michelob Ultra, buddy.
Stupid. All right, dude. All right, so okay. So let's elephant in the room, yeah? Corbin
What's
Burns, what do you think?
I feel like better about it than I thought I would a few days removed, because when it happened, I was just like, it was
Oh,
weird, right? Because he immediately turns and he's like, what is it? I lost it, or
no, he
it's
said it's my
numb, it's
elbow.
gone,
It's dead. He said it's my
but
elbow. It's
dead.
dead.
That's it, dead.
It's dead.
But
Yeah.
it's interesting because I was recently, perhaps this is on me, but I was recently came across this video that showed like dudes going down with, I won't even say the words TJ, uh,
Yeah.
and those reactions are always very extreme. So like from that sense, I was kind of like, all right, like it's weird, but it's not that level, it seems. But we still don't know, right? There's been
Right.
no date. We know he got the MRI, but I think the sense is that it's not going to be as extreme as it could be. But I'm guessing that we're going to miss him for the foreseeable future, which is unfortunate because he was really, really, really
Dude.
just sling, dude.
Yeah. Start dominating, which sucks. But yeah, I don't it's it's hard, dude. Like these days, like not even just with baseball, just like in general. Because like agents like fucking control so much of
And
shit,
he's a
right?
Boris guy.
He's a Boris guy, right? Yeah, he's a Boris guy, just like Zach Gallen. It's like, fuck, dude. Like he says that, and then like you get an MRI, and then I think the very first thing you hear is like, oh, he's on the 15-day deal with elbow inflammation. He's gonna get a second opinion,
Like,
and
that's a
it's like,
lot.
holy shit, dude. Like, oh, okay. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen there, you know? Um, however, I want to ask you a question, buddy, because this is a very, I've found out this is a very unpopular opinion,
Oh boy.
but I feel like it's an opinion that you agree with me on.
Oh boy.
I think the Arizona Diamondbacks need to fucking sign Trevor Bauer yesterday.
Dude, yeah, man. Look, yes. I it's it is a travesty that Trevor Bauer is not playing Major League Baseball right now. And I mean, the dude got dragged through the mud. This lady came up with a bunch of false accusations. Look, is Trevor Bauer apparently like a freak? Yeah, maybe he's a little freaky,
Hey,
but
aren't we
like
all?
consensually freaky is not is
Aren't we
there's
all?
nothing
Aren't we
wrong with
all, bub?
that, right?
Aren't we
Yeah.
all?
So like, but the fact that the stigma kind of just follows him around, I guess it's nuts. And where's he playing right? Is he in Mexico?
I think he's in
China?
Mexico, dude. Yeah, I think he's in. He's dominating too, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I know that I saw stats of
Yeah,
where
it's
he is,
crazy.
and look, it's not like the dude wasn't an amazing MLB pitcher too.
He won the Cy
Right,
Young the year
right,
before, dude. It's crazy.
right. So, I mean, dude, yeah, I would love the Diamondbacks to pick him up, but you got to want like there's baseball is such a
Uh,
it's a sport where I feel like nobody gives a shit, right? We had rampant steroid use for years. We have. Yeah, I'm just saying,
yeah,
the biggest
thank you.
moral like sport of morals, right? So what is going on
Holier,
that's
holier than
causing
thou, dude.
right? Yeah, like Pete Rose and Trevor Bauer, apparently the two fucking examples that baseball wanted to make. Well, Pete Rose is good now. Let's let Trevor Bauer back in. I don't know. It's
P Rose is
um
also dead, which sucks for
and
him.
you sent to me the other day the so Trevor Bauer got you sent the article to me or the tweet to me. He got a 300 plus
Yeah,
$1,000 default judgment against his accuser, and for those who may not know, that basically means he sued her in some capacity, probably for defamation. She didn't even bother to answer the lawsuit, probably because she knows she's full of shit. And he got a judgment against her for 300. Like she doesn't have it. You know she's not going to have it, but he has it. It probably makes him feel a little bit better. But
yeah.
but come on, man. Like let the dude back in the big leagues. And I'm with you. I would love the Diamondbacks to sign him. Boyd wants to know what he did. Actually,
Uh,
nothing.
actually nothing. And I think that's what pisses me off because, like, I think I like posted like there's been a couple things like I posted something about D-backs should sign Trevor Bauer, right? And like these people like negatively, and I'm like, dude, like, if you don't like the guy, okay, but don't be clueless because that's what pisses me off. Don't be
Right, dude.
clueless. Don't just like blindly be like, no, this guy's a fucking no, dude. Imagine if that should happen to you. If some chick fucking did that to you, like it would ruin your life.
Oh, dude, it'd be yeah,
His life was literally ruined, dude. Like
yeah,
literally, he's not in the majors anymore. And this chick was literally just ruining his life. And people were like, "Oh, well, he's a piece of shit." Why? Why? Because he's a freak. I'm
right.
sorry.
I think Void nailed it. Guilty until proven innocent. The Trevor Bauer story, like for real.
Seriously, dude.
That's and but he's been proven innocent and he's still guilty
He
somehow.
really, he really
Okay, maybe not
is. He
proven
really is.
innocent, but you know what I mean. It's like, come on. Um, I was gonna say something else about that too, and I completely lost it. Probably wasn't that intelligent anyway. But yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong that. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Can we all maybe pay attention to the fact also that Trevor Bauer's agent is female? Like, does that not matter at all? Like, she's still backing him up. Clearly, like, all right, she has a financial benefit to it, but
Not
at
gonna
the
lie.
same time,
Not gonna lie. No, I had no idea his agent was a chick.
well, what can I say? The agents and things like that interest me.
Hey, call me sexist. Fuck.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's not sexist. You just didn't know who his agent was. So
Yeah,
if
I
you
know.
knew who his agent was, you would know she was female.
True. But I made an
Because
assumption. It was a
look,
joke. Hey, I didn't land. It's okay.
I mean, maybe that's why she's not. Oh, no, I'm kidding. For real. Actually, his agent has a lot of like high level clients too. But I
I
neither
bet. Hey,
either way.
no, in any event, Trevor Bauer, oh God, come on, Mike Hazen, dude.
No,
Dude,
Boyd, it's not Carl Malone bad. Or
or
I feel like
Udoka
it's
bat?
I don't know that it was well like Udoka, didn't he just like that's more I don't know. I don't think you should
Uh,
use the Carl
hold on.
Malone and
Can
Udoka
I,
in the
can
same
I,
like
can,
levels, right?
so I'll say this. I'm going to say that the following no legal entities can use this as evidence. But I will say, Boyd, no, she likes to get choked out. Trevor Bauer choked her out, and then she chose to use that as a rape accusation to drag him through the mud. And then he proved that that was not the case, and then he was awarded $310,000 for it. But some dumbass Diamondback fans are still like, "Don't sign him because like fuck him," and they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. So yeah.
Yeah. I would also say to anybody who's like opposed to Trevor Bauer being signed to the Diamondbacks or anybody, I'd ask who you voted for. Just gonna say that. That's all I'll say.
Shit, dude.
Just
I don't.
say, right? Because like
Huh.
at a certain point, there's a thing called a pot in the kettle. Okay,
Okay. Well,
moving on.
moving on. All right, dude.
Hey,
So okay.
I feel like hold on, no, we won't move on yet. I feel like we need to very loudly start this like Trevor Bauer to the Diamondbacks as like a very vocal like
I agree,
part.
dude. It needs to happen. Why the
Yeah,
fuck isn't it happening? I
yeah.
feel like that should be the name of this podcast. Trevor
Why the
Bauer
fuck
for the
is it
D-backs needs to happen.
not because the Suns didn't draft Hali?
No, definitely not. But holy shit, dude, that game was insane.
Oh, we should have drafted Hali. You know
Hey,
what?
dude,
I bet Brian Gregory would have drafted him.
no, he wouldn't have. No.
Would have loved him, dude. They're from like either like the Midwest and stuff. He probably would have scouted him. Gosh, it'd been fantastic. I'm gonna see if I can find Trevor Bauer's agent on Twitter and DM her or tell her to get him on the Diamondbacks. I'm working on it.
All right, Bob, I got a question for you.
I got an answer for you.
What are we doing, Jordan Lawler? What are we doing?
Like long term, or is this like a
Like, I just want to know what the fuck are we doing?
well, dude? You think about it. It's we do have this. What's the word? What's the phrase I'm looking for?
Log jam?
Yeah, like what's the something of riches, right? The blah blah of riches. We have. Sorry, I saw a comment. I got
Oh, no, I don't. No, I can't think of it. Embarrassment of
embarrassment of
riches?
riches. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was crazy. In the infield right now, or at least at the positions where we could put Jordan Lawler, presumably, right? Like second base, what are we doing? Not putting him there. Shortstop, what are we doing? Not putting him there right now. Third base, well, not right now, but it almost feels like Jordan Lawler has to wait his turn, but it's crazy to say,
Huh.
right? But I mean, at the end of the day, you can't move. You can't take him out for Gino. You can't take Gino out for him. You can't do it with Lolly or with Perdomo. You can't do it with Cattell.
Obviously. Right.
So, I mean, what's Gino's contract? That's my thought.
He's a free agent at the end of the season.
I
He's gonna
thought so.
walk here. Yeah.
So, but can Lawler play third?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's played third in the minors.
So,
Absolutely.
see,
But here was my thing. Like this was gonna be a much easier conversation had the Diamondbacks just not rattled off 4 straight wins and swept the Braves. Because like
yeah,
this was gonna be a like, hey, like who the fuck are we trading Gino to for a
right.
couple prospects, and Jordan Law is going to be play third base every day. Um,
Well,
my
sorry, go ahead.
no, like my only concern, dude, honestly, is like, bro, you're fucking finding at bats for Tim Tawa in center field. You're telling me Tim Tawa in center field needs at bats because it's taken away from Alec Thomas playing center fucking field? Are you shitting me? But you can't find fucking at bats for Jordan Lawler. You can't move shit around. You can't say, hey, Cattell, today you're gonna be a DH. Lawler's gonna play second base, and then hey, guess what? You get the day off, and then tomorrow, Lawler, you're at third. Like, fucking figure it out, man. Like play fucking checkers and shit or chess. I don't give a fuck what.
That's it's something.
Jesus.
Candidly,
God damn it, dude.
the DH thing definitely like skipped my mind
Yeah,
as you're
dude.
talking.
That's
But
that
I
makes me
guess at the same time, you can't
that
like
upsets me.
can you take Gino and put him at DH? Just make him the DH?
I mean, you could. a couple. I'm sure Gino, if he was a DH a couple days a week, would
Would
not
be
give a
okay.
fuck.
Yeah.
Be fine.
He seems like a
That's my
very happy
point.
guy. He likes to hit.
I
Uh,
love
well,
Gino.
and that's an excellent point. Like, why not take like give those dudes days off here and then, and just not off, but ship them into DH so they're not fully off, right? So they're still getting their at bats, and then slide Lawler into spots. Um, I don't hate the idea though either of trading a Geno perhaps if even with him playing well to make room for Lawler if it would bring back some pieces because I was looking at this recently earlier this week I think the Diamondbacks our farm system at this juncture isn't as strong as it used to be. In fact, it's quite weak. So I mean, if we can perhaps get a couple of prospects for a guy like Gino, then I wouldn't exactly be against it if it means that we can get Lawler some regular play. But we're
I
early in the season, I guess maybe for that type of approach. Although we're not that early anymore in the season.
No, we're not, dude. And honestly, like I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like even like I listen to like a lot of like the national like baseball podcasts and stuff. Like they've been talking about the D-backs and like they got to get their shit together because it's gonna become too late. And like that's the thing. Like my thing with Jordan Lawler was like, okay, like who's blocking him? Obviously, Cattell's Cattell. He's not
Yeah,
going anywhere, right?
yeah,
Um, for Domo just signed an extension. He's not going
yeah.
anywhere. Guy's fucking solid. Love that dude.
Dude,
Like
God,
not
he's
going anywhere. Love that guy.
questionable.
Frog Domo. Um, Gino at third. Let's be real. Probably not getting re-signed after this year.
Right.
Let's just be real. Hey, solid D-back, dude. Love the guy.
Yeah,
Super
for sure.
fucking super good dude. Super fucking
Hit
positive.
4 home runs in a
Um,
loss. That's tough to
Fuck,
do.
dude fucking hits fucking tanks. He's either gonna hit a tank or he's gonna
What
strike out in the worst way possible, dude. Pick one.
about was
It's
oh no, that
literally
was
50-50. Wait,
Naylor's the one that swing today that I
dude, Naylor. Oh my god, dude, Josh Naylor.
sorry,
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
mean to digress, but I need to find that now just to
But
throw it up.
but here's the crazy part.
I
We're
knew
literally
it.
like,
Zeke already sent me a blank. Sorry.
dude, we're literally like a 2-2 like last 4 games away from like figuring out where we're trading Gino and where we're trading Josh Naylor.
Yeah.
Trading Josh Naylor. Because Josh is a free agent at the end of the year too. So yeah.
Do you hear that? My
Yeah, what the
dog.
fuck was that?
It's my dog. And Josh Naylor does stuff like, oh yeah, I forgot this is different. Swing at pitches like that one up there. Dude,
Bro, that's insane. Did he really swing at that?
that was a swing and a miss. It was. Because I was listening to it. I was listening to the game on the way to work this morning.
Oh man.
And is it Candy Odd? Is he still the color guy? I
Tom
never pay
Candiotti,
attention
yeah.
to that. I never pay attention to who the actual. I like Chris Gargiola though. He's solid.
I think he's a new guy, right?
But yeah, I think it's like his second year, third year with him.
Yeah, Greg
But
Schulte, he's retired or something
yeah,
like that.
he made a reference to like I forgot the player's name, but clearly a player that was not very tall. And so he's like, so and so couldn't have done that. And Garagiola kind of like chuckles. He's like, yeah, indeed. And Candyman goes, I'm surprised you know who he is. And he goes, I'm not saying I do. I don't think anybody does something to that effect. Apparently the guy played like really Boston Browns or some shit, right? One of those teams that like existed before,
Oh
the
fuck,
Civil
dude.
War or whatever. But regardless,
All right,
yeah,
so
no, very high pitches sometimes.
let me ask you this, buddy. Jordan Lawler, what you know today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gino's at third. Demo's not going anywhere. Obviously, Cattell's the
Mm-hmm.
1A, 1B franchise player. What do you do with Jordan Lawler? What are we doing with him? Because he's getting to the point where you can't just keep him in the minor leagues. So is this a situation? Let me take everybody back real quick. Does everybody remember the Jazz Chisholm
Oh
trade for
yeah,
Zach
Zach
Gallen
Gallen. Yeah.
because Jazz Chisholm was once the D-backs number one prospect,
Yep.
much like Jordan Lawler.
Yep.
And the D-backs traded him for Zach Gallen. Granted, Zach Gallen has been great lately, but did Cy Young Award candidate.
Oh, good.
He fucking
No
we were in the
qualms
World
asked.
Series, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, none at all. Like
Very rare trade where both teams. Well, I
D-back,
mean,
yeah,
Jazz is now in with the Yankees, but
yeah,
for a while,
yeah,
both teams won.
yeah. I ask this. Would you do a similar like trade and who would you do it for if you have some names?
I
Because
don't
I
think I would.
might.
I'd rather
I don't
not.
think I would either, dude.
Like, I don't like. I don't like the idea. Well, and here's the thing too: is if I remember correctly, Jazz was not in this Diamondback system for nearly as long as Lawler has been, nor did he at that point yet show as much as Lawler has in the minors, right? If I
No,
remember,
he was definitely very raw at the time, for
yeah,
sure.
so it made it a little bit easier for pill to swallow, even though he was a high draft pick. Now, well, I mean, let's how about we compare it to like the Dansby Swanson thing,
Oh
right?
fuck, dude.
So
That was so bad.
and look, that yeah, clearly that did not work out.
Uh-uh.
Clearly that did not work out. Dansby's doing fantastic, though. Good for him.
I mean,
Um,
Shelby Miller is our de facto closer right now. So.
but I mean, back
I mean,
again.
yeah, it was so very bad, dude. It was
it
so bad.
was so very bad.
Dave
Um,
Stewart, Tony La Russa.
oh, they're just cooking up. What were they cooking up meth or something? Because it wasn't
Fucking
good
Tony La
ideas.
Russa was just fucking passed out in the middle of fucking Scottsdale Boulevard, dude.
No,
Scottsdale
what's going
Road.
on? God, I love it.
Shit.
I love it
Oh
actually.
god.
So yeah, no, dude. Like, I mean, I'll hear out names that you're gonna float, but I'd rather say, look, Jordan, I get it. Reno ain't the fucking most lovely city in the world, but it's the best big little city in the world. What the fuck they call it? World's biggest little city or something. But you're gonna have to hang out there for another few months, bro, until we clear up a log jam at third base and move somebody. You know, I I'm fine. I'm fine with that kind of. So like you said, he only got
Yeah.
drafted a couple of years ago. It's not like he's been in the minors for. And I
Oh
get he's
yeah.
a local prospect, so he has the deserves to come up and stuff. I'm guessing too, if they keep him down there, it probably helps a little control too, right?
Yeah, I think we're already in June. Yeah, I think they already passed the
I
year
never know how
control
that
for this.
works. So
I think it's like I think it's June 16th or June the middle of June or something like that. Like it's
okay.
not yeah, it's fucking stupid. Anyway, I thought they had changed anyway, but my point.
Still not as bad as the
Um
NBA CBA.
oh fuck, dude. Don't be started. We're never gonna win a championship ever.
Thanks a
Ever.
lot, CJ McCollum, you idiot.
Seriously.
Wish
Um
wish wish Trevor Bauer would choke him out. No, maybe not. Sorry. Baseball.
Oh god, I don't even know what I was gonna say, dude.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
No, like at this point, Jordan Lawler, like it sucks, dude. It's a logjam. It's almost like it's gonna sound really stupid and fucked up because I don't want this to happen, but I feel like the best thing for him that would have happened is if the D-backs fell out of contention and they had to
yeah,
trade Gino, right?
yeah,
Because like that'd be obvious, right? Gino, Shelby Miller, fucking Josh Naylor, like they're all in their last year of the contracts. Like you're probably trading them for like
yeah,
minor contracts.
yeah.
And it doesn't mean it has to be like a complete rebuild. Like it is where it is. Like the D-backs did this when was it? 2020, the COVID year, right? They were like when did they get Drew Jones? Was that 2020 that year?
No, it's not. He was
Or was it
was he
21?
he was the year was he 1 year before Lawler? Was he 2 years? Was he after Lawler?
No, he
No,
was
he's after
before
Lawler.
Lawler.
Was
He
he?
had to be before
I
Lawler.
don't know about that.
Oh, buddy, look it
I
up.
don't know. I don't even know what year it is anymore.
Me either. But
2025.
I do say that, but hey, can we talk about the bullpen though?
Yes. Sorry. Drew Jones was 1 year after Jordan Lawler.
Really?
Drew Jones
So
2022 draft. Lawler was a 2021 draft. I did not realize this. Hey, babe, you know where Jordan Lawler went to high school? Jesuit Prep. Not in his 40s.
that's fucked up, dude. That was so mean. You didn't have to
What
say
is that?
that.
How does that mean? We're
Because,
both
dude,
in our 40s. I'm just saying.
leave your wife alone, man. That was
Sorry.
not nice.
I'm sorry. She says
I
for
got
what? See? Shut up.
I got your back, Sarah.
Oh, shh. I'm not supposed to say
Ah,
her name on air.
fuck.
Just say there's an H in it, then they won't know. She laughed. Anyway, Jordan Lawler, Jesuit Prep grad, 2021 draft. Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, time flies, huh? It does. It does. He has been in the minors for a long time. Then, man, you bring the kid up. Jesus Christ!
It's like he's been in the minors forever. He's like 22. Like fuck.
It's like a child. He is like 22.
So what?
He's been
So
there for
all
4
right,
years.
no shit. So all right, dude, let's talk about this because this I feel like this is our first episode. We're getting our feet wet. We've kind of been all around everywhere. But let me ask you this. What do you think happens in the next couple weeks? Because I don't know how I feel about the team yet.
Well, let's look at their
You're the optimistic one. Let's just say this. Like, if you guys haven't noticed, this motherfucker is the most optimistic motherfucker I've ever met in my life. Me, not so much. I'm the most probably the most pessimistic person you'll ever meet. So we balance each other out.
We do. Well, I'll say this. I mean, our next three are at Cincy. I
Cincy.
think that's
Okay.
a team we can beat.
Yes, sir.
3 after that, home against the Mariners. Again, I think a team.
Yeah, that's tough. The Mariners
Yeah.
are fucking. Their pitching is fucking.
It depends. I guess it depends who they have going, right?
Yeah.
And well, we're looking at Emerson Hancock. These are projected, of course. Brian Wu, he's fucking good.
Oh, he's great.
B. Miller, who's B. Miller? Bryce Miller, not
Bryce
great either.
Miller.
So if we only get Wu in that 3-game trip or that 3-game
So
stand,
you don't. Yeah,
you
you don't have to face Luis Castillo or Logan Gilbert. So
bingo.
okay, all right.
And then the Padres. So
Man, fuck the Padres, bro.
next 9 games though will be very telling, I think.
Fuck those San Diego State Padres.
Yeah, San Diego State's the worst. And then go to up north of the border to see Dalton Varsho again. Is he still with them?
He is, dude. Remember he made that stupid ass catch when he was like tripping?
Yeah.
He was like eating shit and he was just like
He just looks like he's kind of like he's stocky-ish, so it kind of looked even funnier, It's like
yeah, he looks like dude, like if I wanted to like have a real life version of Paul Bunyan, I feel like that would be Dalton Varsho.
I see that. Dude, but our end of June, okay, you ready for your opportunity?
Yeah.
Starting June 20th, we go 3 against the Rockies, 3 against the Shy Sox, 3 against the Marlins.
Oh.
So you got to win a lot of those games.
Okay. All right. That's like in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's an acceptable record for that?
Out of that
Let's
9?
ask that. Yeah. What's acceptable? Like bare minimum, dude.
I feel like 6-3. You got to win each one of those series.
I agree. I might take it a little further. I might say 7-2.
8-1. Fuck you. Oh,
dude, you like.
Sorry.
I know the Rockies just swept the Marlins, but like,
dude, and it was amazing because 74 people saw that whole series.
Dude, seriously, fucking crazy.
Was
right?
that Paul
So
that
like,
sent us that? Or you send that to us. Like that was
I
ridiculous. Crowd.
yeah, dude, it was stupid.
Crowd.
But
I feel
like,
like we have more people that have tuned into this episode than attended one of those fucking baseball games, dude. I'm not even
oh
joking.
no, dude, I agree. That's fucking crazy. And like that's my thing. Okay, right. You have that series. Obviously, the Marlins fucking sweep the Rockies, right? If you're playing the Rockies, like I'm still pissed off that they lost the game to the Rockies earlier this year in their homestand.
No,
Like
right?
you
And they
can't,
lost. And we gave up like a dozen runs to them,
dude.
right?
It was so fucking stupid. Like I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what
Oh,
is
that
going
Beck
on?
kid from the Rockies. I
Yeah,
kind
that
of liked that series. I
yeah.
didn't know shit about that team until then. They got Chris
I remember
Bryant.
that.
The Rockies still?
Yeah, he's hurt and he
Yeah, he's
kind
a
of
USD
sucks.
guy. Just
San Diego State?
that's the one. Dick. I knew I should have walked right into.
Aztecs?
I walked right into that. My bad. Paul's like
Yeah, dude.
Paul's there, be like, you idiots, you.
Yeah, dude. Like, no, like, so you play them, and then you play the fucking Marlins. Who did they sweep the Marlins earlier this year, or did they lose one? I think they
I don't
swept
know.
them, right?
I don't remember. I believe.
I don't know.
Hey,
They either
speaking of,
lot.
sorry.
Yeah, let's hear it. No, say it. Say it.
I was gonna say that's what. You remember LJ, right? My buddy that was the Giants trainer. We
Yeah,
went
yeah,
to.
yeah. Yeah.
He's a head
Fate, the
trainer with
fate rumor.
Marlins
Oh, he's no longer with the
Giants.
Giants.
No, he's with the Marlins
Oh, what
now.
happened? Is he okay?
No, yeah, he's the head trainer there now. So
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
we'll have him on talk shit about his team. It'll be fun.
Hey, can like we go work out with them and shit?
I'll ask him. I'll text him right now. I'll be like, hey, LJ, we got
He's got to pay for our flights though.
sounds like wait, what? We're going to Miami?
Yeah, dude, let's go.
Bienvenidos.
Dude, I'm so
Bienvenidos.
dude. If he can get us fucking tickets, if he can get us tickets to the Marlins Park, I'll pay for our flights. I will pay for our
If he can
flights,
get
and
his
we will go
tickets
to.
to the Marlins, did you see that crowd? Anybody can get tickets to the Marlins Park.
That's a fair point. Maybe he can fucking pay for our flights then.
How about next time the Marlins are in town, we go to the Diamondback game here. There, that's the way to do it.
That works too.
What?
Uh, that works too.
Sorry, I'm trying to multitask right now and get that. I want to put the thing that Voida set me up.
Hey, so
Hey,
I
hey.
haven't so I haven't
Oh,
told you this yet. I haven't told you this yet, but me and you are taking a fucking road trip to Fenway,
a road trip,
or a trip to Fenway. Sorry,
dude.
my bad.
I went to Fenway, like
No,
outside
I know, no, I
outside
know.
of
I
it.
don't want. I know, no, you haven't.
It's because they
You
had the
haven't.
Winter Classic there when I was there. But we
Oh
should.
well,
I know people in Boston.
that doesn't count.
I got
It's
Bostonians.
to you.
Well, they're not in Boston anymore, but they know Boston.
You look kind of like you'd be from Boston, dude. You look very Jeremy
I, I, I,
Piven-ish.
I look what?
Very Jeremy Piven.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because I feel like Boston has a certain connotation sometimes that I hope I don't rip.
Nah, man. Fuck no.
Um, but no, dude, I would actually love to go to Fenway. That would be dope. Well, hey,
Dude.
that's interesting. That's an interesting question. What major league ballparks have you been to not called Chase Field or Bank One Ballpark?
Not many. I've been to Petco,
Okay,
Dodger Stadium.
I've never been to Dodger Stadium.
You're not missing much, dude. Dodger Stadium sucks donkey balls.
Yeah, it kind of
Also,
seems like
also, Vince Scully sucks. I'm sorry, Vince Scully sucked. Don't fuck off with the Vince Scully shit, dude. Hey, Voida, Vince Scully was ass. Stop it. Like, no, I don't want to fucking hear it. The fucking oh my god, no, I'm good. Thank you.
I feel it. I feel that's a little aggressive,
Sorry.
but
No,
he
dude.
was
I've
entitled to
been
their
holding.
opinion.
I have been holding it in for a long time. Vince Scully was not good. It really pissed me off that everybody slobbed on his knob so much. But
You're just
anyway,
your knob is. Never mind.
No, dude. Let's not go there because you
I'm,
know that's not true. You
I go
know that's not
nowhere.
true, bub.
I go nowhere. What do you mean? I know that's not true. Easy.
Oh, fuck.
Weirdest episode ever.
Oh, dude, this is the weirdest first episode of a podcast ever. No, dude.
I don't remember this. I don't remember my first episode of my other podcast because it was literally 10 years ago. Holy shit.
Well, no, that's the first one.
This will be like,
But hold on.
no, in 10 years, I'm going to start another podcast. That'll be our Cardinals podcast. I'll become a Cardinals
Oh,
fan now.
fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you will. Yeah, I mean, it won't be that much different than being a fucking Chargers fan. So let's be
Yeah,
real.
tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
A little,
But
little
anyway,
warmed
what
up
was the
here.
wait? What was the question?
I don't think there was a question. We've just been saying random shit for a while now.
I don't know. I started talking shit about Voida and fucking Vince
Oh,
Scully,
yeah,
and I
you
feel
said
bad.
Vince Scully sucks. That was.
That was
There
weird,
it is.
but I also there it is. But
Yeah,
also like I still stand by that. Vince Scully was not good, man. Like people were just I'm sorry.
that looks
I'm
good.
sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck him.
Voida, just can you because of the beautiful DiamondTalk logo, can you say like Vince Scully was okay sometimes? Just give him
No.
that little. Okay, I tried Voida. I tried. Good enough for me.
Okay,
Hey,
all
so
right, but,
let's talk.
he was okay. Fine. He was fine.
Oh,
For an old man telling a story, he was
see,
like, these two fucking pigeons were playing fucking chess at the fucking park, and I'm like, I don't fucking care, dude.
I feel like you have his inflection down pretty well,
Yeah, yeah,
like the way
and
he yeah.
guess
Uh,
what? Wasn't good.
it's because what if it's because Dan actually listens to Vince Scully like all the time, just like at night. He's just like,
Nah,
uh,
dude. But
I
like,
have a,
I know, like, yeah. Anyway, sorry.
I got a
Continue.
question for you.
You did? What
Yeah,
is?
dude. What about Drew Jones? What's going on with him? Like, is he like? Should we kind of give up on him? Are we giving up on him yet?
No, no. He's been solid, dude. Like, I haven't
I
really
haven't been paying attention.
paid much attention to him this year, but I know he's working his way up. I think last time I checked,
Yeah,
he was
he was
like,
hurt. He got hurt right out of the gates, right after he got drafted. He's had injury problems, has he not?
right, right. I think I want to say he's just cracked the top 10 in D-backs prospects,
He's
which
only
isn't,
21.
wait, what?
21. Children.
Oh, that is crazy, dude. So funny story. So when the D-backs drafted him, I sent a picture of like it was like Drew Jones and obviously Andrew Jones and his mom and
Yeah.
Mike Hazen or whatever. I sent it to my dad, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this?" I was like, "Hey, Dad, remember Andrew Jones, the fucking Braves player you hated because he fucking would nonchalantly catch balls in center field and,
Oh, that's
used to
right.
piss you off?
Does he
You
do
remember
like
that
this?
shit?"
Does he have to do like the snatch catch all the time too?
Yeah, dude. All the time he'd just be sitting there and he'd be like, wow, like just fucking nonchalant. And he's like, yeah, that's it. That's his son. And he was like, he sounded like fucking Gavin. He's like, oh fuck, he's on our team.
So how is he doing this year? 207 at bats, 232 average, no home runs, 19 RBIs, 12 stolen
Oh,
bases.
wait, what? Wait,
He's
no,
only
wait.
high A. He's still in Hillsboro too. Yeah.
Great,
No
great
home
logo.
run.
Great logo, by the way, the Hillsborough Hops. That's a great fucking baseball cap. If anybody wants to get
That
that.
is a fantastic. I feel like I haven't seen that before.
Oh, dude, it's great. I want one, and I don't wear fucking hats. I feel like I feel like it's a shame that you don't have one.
You don't wear hats.
I don't wear hats,
I
Bubba.
feel like I've never seen you wearing a hat.
I don't.
I
I
might buy
don't.
one
But
of these.
someone told me that like if you wear hats, like your fucking hair, you start losing your hair. So
Dan, I've worn hats my whole life. What do you think, my friend?
yeah, bro. Like I don't want to fucking. I don't know, man.
Wait, you're saying I'm losing my hair? Don't give me a complex.
Nah, dude. You look like a fucking. You look like a fucking ninja, dude.
Thank you. I think. Uh,
Fucking
for Drew
Filipino
Jones, do we have any
ninja.
opinion on him right now? No, not really.
Nah, dude. Damn, you just read us like that was really depressing. What you just read to me.
It's like, oh, is like, didn't stumble into a home run here yet this season? No, not yet. Who was
Hey,
it?
who
That
did
was
the
a crazy draft class too. It was supposed to be, right? Who was
yeah
the first pick in that draft class?
Jackson Holiday? That was Jackson Holiday, number one.
No, Jackson Holiday is like 2 years ago, bro.
No, Jackson Holiday was number one that draft, Bubba.
Are you
Because it,
sure?
yes, because remember the last game of the season, the D-backs walked. The D-backs were supposed to have the number one pick, and they walked off the last game of the season, and they lost the number one pick,
Right.
and they got the number two pick.
Oh, I know who I was
Jackson.
thinking of though. I was thinking of Elijah Green because
Oh, dude, that was what, like not even 20. That was at 2019.
that was the same season. He
Was
was the
it?
same year, dude. He was the fifth pick that year. But I remember like 2 years before that was when he was like supposed to be the next big thing,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Because he
I
came out.
remember,
He was gonna come out of high school, right? And then he went to
yeah,
college.
that's what it was. The Diamondbacks lost the number one pick the last day of the season, and everyone was thinking they lost out on Elijah Green.
You're
Everyone heard
right.
tweets about that,
You're
and then he
right.
ended up going
You
5.
are fucking right, dude. Wait, where did he go? Where did he end up going?
Nationals.
Is he? How's he doing?
I'm looking right
Mm,
now. This is fun. This is our whole podcast will be just us looking up random
it's like
guys
fucking.
who got drafted a few years ago. Uh, and well, this can't be good that his Instagram was last updated about his 2023 season, not Instagram, Wikipedia 2023 season.
Oh,
Um, let's see, Elijah Green, what you doing, buddy? Elijah Green is currently not easy to find stats about online. Here it is. He is currently, dude, is he not playing? He does not have a, oh, there. He's, oh, shit. He's batting 171 this year with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs.
holy
Oh,
shit!
he's
And
also
and
still at high A with Washington. That's interesting then because, like, so Jackson Holiday obviously made it up to the majors. Drew Jones still at high A. Termar Johnson was the 4th pick, who I remember him. I have no idea where he is. Do you know who the 3rd pick was? Rangers.
Kumar Rocker,
Yeah,
Kumar Rocker, yeah.
he was a 4-year. He was like a college dude.
He was a college dude. He actually got drafted the year before. Fuck, I don't remember
Didn't he
who.
not sign?
He didn't sign because he had injury concerns. Like they were like they thought he was gonna have like season ending surgery. Ended up not being the case. So was it the Rangers, right? The Rangers drafted
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they drafted him and they drafted fucking Al Leiter's kid.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
Jack Leiter. Yeah,
Jack
Jack
Leiter.
Leiter. Dude, that guy was a beast in college and hasn't done shit, which is kind of disappointing.
Leiter or
Yeah.
Kumar Rocker.
Jack Leiter. Jack Leiter was fucking explosive in fucking. I remember like I was like, fuck, dude. I hope the D-backs suck enough to be able to draft him.
No such luck.
And no, not so much.
So, where to now, Dan?
I don't know, man.
We've looked up Kumar Rocker. We've looked up Elijah Green. We haven't talked
remember
about Elijah
Elijah.
Wood yet. You want to talk about Elijah Wood?
No, I don't. Not particularly. Do you want to talk about Bilbo Baggins?
You picked up what I was putting down. I like it. That was like, dude, did you happen? I know this. I'm changing subject here a little bit, but did you happen to watch the Suns Jam? We like did like a megapod. I was on it with some of the guys, like the Aussie guys are on it.
No,
Jake,
man, I didn't get the invite to that. So no,
I feel like you probably did. You probably
No,
deleted the
I did not. I did not get the
That's
invite to
voided
that.
on
I'm
me.
pretty sure if I would have gotten the invite, I would have
But
fucking joined. But it's cool.
Jake comes on and Voida goes, "Oh, that's weird. He's frozen." And he definitely wasn't frozen, but I picked up on it. And I immediately jumped in and started playing along with it. And Jake's just like, "Oh, okay." And then like 10 seconds later, we told him he wasn't frozen, and he wasn't. Anyway,
Did Jake suggest Patrick Ewing is the Suns' next head coach?
he did multiple times in our chat. Did you see that Patrick Ewing is actually listed as a potential next coach for the Knicks? So
No
Jake
way,
might get
dude.
a free lap.
No fucking way, dude. Could you imagine?
Oh, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Hey, so all right. Where do you think we're going from here? 4 game winning streak, bouncing back.
Who did I say we have now? Oh, we got Cincy. We're going to Cincy.
Cincy, dude. Cincy's sneaky though. Cincy's sneaky.
Yeah. One thing that'll be fun is watch Ellie. That guy's a fun player to watch.
Dude, that guy's a beast.
De La Cruz? What?
Ellie de la Cruz.
I thought you said that guy's a douche.
No, it's
I was like, damn.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I see it like kind of rhymes though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know I'm an asshole, but holy fuck.
no, but we do. But okay, is it tomorrow? It's tomorrow. So matchup tomorrow. They got Nick Lodolo going, which I like him. He's solid. We've got Eduardo Rodriguez going.
Oof. That's a loss.
So that'll be a tough one. But after that, Ryan Nelson versus Nick Martinez. Is it Nick Martinez? I think it is, right?
Yeah, it's Nick Martinez.
That
Went
would-
to high school with that guy.
Did you really? This one or like a Nick Martinez? Oh, wait.
Nick Martinez.
I just realized too. I'm like, not in his 30s, probably. I don't know.
Not just
Oh,
mid
no, I was
30s.
wrong. This Nick Martinez is actually right about your age. He's 34, right? Like you're a little older, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Huh.
Maybe it is that Nick Martinez.
Maybe it is him. Fuck.
Yeah. Who would have known? Who would have known?
Wouldn't know.
Oh, we got 4. Oh no, it's only 3. And then third game against them, getaway game. Well, Zach Gallen, Brady Singer.
Ooh.
Zach Gallen has been looking like Zach Gallen again a little bit, right?
Yeah, last two starts.
Oh, nope, last one start.
Yeah, last one start.
He gave
Let's
up.
be real.
Oh,
Let's be
God, this
real.
is close, dude. So, okay, last start, 1 run, 1 earned run. 4 starts prior, 5, 4, 6, 4. For Zach Gallen, dude, that's bizarre.
Yeah, dude. You know what's crazy is the D-backs are like one more really bad losing streak away from like trading, like being sellers, dude. Like
Yeah,
big time sellers. Like think about it. Shelby Miller, Zach Gallen, fucking Josh Naylor, fucking Gino, like
Shelby. You never trust a guy
Shelby
named Shelby, dude. Come on.
Shelby Miller's closing games for the D-backs, bro. That's crazy.
Although, if you think about it, if I'm not mistaken, lead the. At least I heard this. I think it was earlier this week, maybe it was last week. Lead the league in saves and blown saves, so that's cool.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's wild.
I also saw a stat. I think it was when we score 6 or more runs. I think we're like 15-10 this year or something like that. And you look at
Yeah.
a team like I want to say it was the Cubs. Oh, at least when I saw it, we're like 23-0. You see that kind of stuff, and you realize there is a very fine margin. But you know what? The fine margin could slip the other way too, right? Because
Yeah.
we've got all of these stats that seem very negative, and at the same seem very negative and seem like they should be tanking a season, but we're still at 500.
Well, I'm
Is
pretty
that great?
sure.
Oh, well, we're not dead.
Right. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say when they went to the World Series in 23, I'm pretty sure they led the league in 1-run wins.
Yeah.
I mean, people can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was up there, right? They were like at least in the top 5. Let's call it that way. But
it's what it boils down to. You got to win those clutch games, right? You always have.
and let's be real, like it's been the other way this season. Like their bullpen has struggled. Like Justin Martinez, like I don't know how the fuck they pulled that game out of their ass last night. Not this morning, last night.
Yeah.
Dude, like Justin Martinez threw 40 fucking pitches, dude. Like that's crazy. That's wild. To get 5 outs. To get 5 outs. That's nuts. That's nuts.
And you want to hear another fun stat? A nuts stat. So the Diamondbacks, as you may know, or maybe not know, lead
Probably
Major
don't.
League Baseball in runs, right? Runs scored this
Yeah.
season.
Okay. I can see that.
And do you know what their run differential is?
Ooh, I'm gonna say not in the top 10.
Well, I don't know about that part, but it's -3. Definitely not
Yeah,
in top
not
10, actually. It's
definitely
definitely
not
not
in
in
top
top
10.
10.
I would say top 20, maybe.
Actually, that's actually a lot. Hold on. I'm doing this by eye right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's the kind of research that you would expect on
Yeah.
Diamond Talk, by the way.
Top half of the league. 13th,
Not
14th
great though,
there.
right? Not great. Not
No,
great.
not great. Especially
Not
when you're
great for
leading the league in runs, that
like could you imagine if they were top 10?
right. Yeah.
Top 10? Like top
Like,
10, dude? Like your if your bullpen wasn't a complete shit show?
dude, how have
And like
the A's this is a this I here's some interesting stats. Okay, this is going far too down.
I I love this. I love
But
this.
dude, okay. The Diamondbacks have scored 317 runs. Again, most in the majors have given up 320, which
Yeesh.
is the third most in the NL. The Marlins have given up 323. The Rockies have given up 377, which will make sense because, Colorado, right?
They
But
suck.
then let's flip to the other side, to the AL. The A's have given up 392.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The A's have been struggling. Let's
How
let's
about speaking of
let's
struggling, what about Baltimore? They've been a fucking surprising shit show.
dude, right? Could you
It's
imagine?
so
Could you imagine if like Corbin Carroll and like Jordan Lawler showed up and they were fucking balling and the team still sucked donkey dick?
yeah, dude, and like everyone else
That
just like did nothing.
sucks, dude.
Like, they're
You got
so
Jackson Holiday, all these fucking like blue chip prospect, Colton Cowser, whatever the fuck, and you're running out Charlie Morton out there for fucking every fifth day to get like a fucking 8 ERA.
dude.
That's more. Hey guys, it can get worse. We can be the Orioles. We can be the Rockies. But instead, we're a 500 team that just won four straight. So
Yeah, turn it
I think
around.
I think we're doing okay, bud.
You gotta weather the storms through a 162 game season, right? And I think
Yeah,
the Diamondbacks have already started doing that. I think they're doing it well, and I think things are gonna continue to shape into form for them, hopefully. Except for the
I
part where,
agree.
not God, now I'm gonna talk about Shelby Miller again, where Corbin Burns is going to be out for a touch. But hey, you
Yeah,
know what?
he's. I don't.
The important thing too is to get him right long term, right? Because like it's awesome we have him, but we also have him for a bit. So
Well, my thing is, if he needs Tommy John, just have the surgery right now.
yeah, but I don't. I really like.
Like in the morning. Like in the morning.
Yeah.
Have it in the morning. If you
Well,
need
that's
it,
why
if you
I
need
don't
it, have it in the morning.
think it's that. I like to
You
think
don't think it's that?
I
No,
don't think
dude. You.
I no, I don't think it's Tommy John.
I think it is.
No. Like I said, I mean, and that's based on my research of watching guys blow out their elbows and it looking way worse than what he did. Maybe he's just
I
bad at
I
it.
I I agree, but I've also seen guys that have like been like whatever, and like it's like oh Tommy John, like ah fuck. But you
Voida
are
must be watching on like delay because this just popped up in the chat. So he's gonna see this like 40 minutes later, or maybe not.
the voice of
Vince
my
was
childhood. Oh, I'm sorry, Voida,
that
that
sounds
was a voice of
creepy.
your childhood.
Just old man talking
He
to your ear
was
for all those years.
he was fucking terrible. Paul Goldschmidt
You feel like you
coming
started
up.
singing there for a second.
Wow,
Terrible.
he's fucking dude. I'm sorry, Vince Scully was fucking awful. Like
No, you said he
I
was
don't
okay.
get it.
Come on, man.
Okay, he was okay, dude, but now I'm pissed because like get the fuck out of here. He was not. He wasn't the fuck. Never mind. I'm not even gonna fucking go there because it pisses me off. Because I'm sorry, Vince Scully sucked. Vince Scully was terrible. Like let's. I'm sure he's a sweet old man. Everybody was. Guess what? So was fucking fucking Greg Schulte. Okay.
He's he's
Yeah, what do you say?
Schulte's still alive, right?
Yeah, he is.
I
The guy painted pictures with words. Oh, good for you, bub. I don't give a fuck.
feel like that's a little dramatic.
Yeah, it's
Painted picture.
very dramatic, dude. Come on. He did not paint pictures with words. Get the fuck out of here, Boyda.
Paint pictures with
Stop.
paint. God, ridiculous.
Paint pictures with words. Get the fuck.
So
God damn it, dude. Fucking Vince Scully.
he's so mad.
Dude, because it pisses me, dude. Because
Hey,
honestly, it honestly pisses me off. Oh my God! Look at
what makes you
these
more upset?
guys, and
What makes you
these
more upset?
guys worked on the train, and
Vince
then
Scully
like, yeah, fuck off.
or Tim Tawa at bats in front of Jordan Lawler?
Oh God damn it, dude! Don't fucking get me started, dude.
Should we wrap up that episode?
I think we
This
do. I think we need to because
episode
I'm
then?
getting really upset. Getting really upset with all this fucking bullshit Vince Scully shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
I have, I'm actually impressed at how much vitriol Vin Scully
Dude,
draws from you. I mean, like,
so much.
just it seems like to me, it seems like a topic that should draw indifference at most. But that's
No,
why I love
not for
you,
me.
Dan. That's why I
Not for
love you.
me. You know why? You know why? Because like I was like, oh my god, like all these Dodger fans. Oh my god, Vince Scully. Fuck Vince Scully, dude. He was saying, get the fuck out of here, man.
Well,
He
I'm
was
not.
okay at best.
Now Void is just piling it on. Your lack
Your
of
lack
respect
of
and understanding of
respect and
qualities are
understand.
ridiculous.
That's
Sounds
okay. I
the
mean,
fucker sounds like something I would say.
I still love you, Voida, but like I'm sorry. I don't need to respect Vince Scully. You can suck my fucking nut, dude. I know he's dead, but I don't give a fuck.
Feel like this could take a dark turn here if we don't finish this episode right now.
This episode one of Diamond Talk, man.
Oh,
I'm
episode
sorry.
one of Diamond Talk is exactly how I expected it to go.
I'm sorry. I feel very, 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 very fucking strongly about the whole Vince Scully thing. Like
I respect
it's
none of your knowledge becomes your foundation is shit. You're old school enough. I don't understand the first sentence. I understand the summarized ending. You're anti old school. I don't know about. I don't call Dan anti old school.
oh no, I completely opposite. I just don't I'm just anti dumb shit. Like I'm
Old
sorry.
man.
Like Vince Scully was not good.
I feel like
okay,
uh,
I'm being a little rough.
thank you,
I
Void, that
won't
you
say it
clarified.
was
It was because I'm like your knowledge becomes your foundation. I don't understand that because okay. I just I now I well here's what's gonna happen tonight. I'm gonna go like listen to a bunch of Vin Scully clips and come up with my own conclusions. I have not paid enough attention. Obviously. Anyways.
trust me, you don't want
Can
to. It's just
we
it's all
stop
boring
talking about Vince
shit.
Scully? You know who we should talk about if we want to talk about voices. John Bloom. That's the voice that everyone should be talking about. That's it.
Oh, I love Bloom. Hey, bud. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't like who you're talking to. Obviously, me.
What the fuck?
I'm working.
What time? We should go play golf in the morning.
Sarah, you go. What time? She laughs because like I'm always working. I would love to go play golf tomorrow, but I definitely cannot. Also, my clubs are at Tony's house still. I thought it was burned down the other day. It didn't. That's fine.
You're also what?
My golf clubs are at my buddy's place. When I went to go play in Vegas a month ago, his father. You don't need the details. I don't have my golf clubs right now.
So you can't play tomorrow. Gotcha.
Also
Well,
work.
I might go play anyway. Maybe I'll go play with Voida, and maybe we'll go play with Voida, and like he can
Oh
tell
my
me about
God, you
Vince
guys should go
Scully
and talk about
and
Vince
how much he
Scully.
sucks cock.
Jesus, now it's getting really aggressive.
Sorry.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
I
called like
just
3 in the afternoon. Just be like, hi, yeah, this is Officer so and so. Do you know a Daniel Duarte and a Jonathan Boyta? And be like, I do, sir. Yeah. You want to come pick your boys up? I'm like, I do not, sir. That's how it would go.
Nah, man. Voida knows I love him. I'm sorry. I honestly do not understand the fucking love for
You know what? That's
fucking. I'm
fine.
sorry.
like everybody has their own flavor. Right?
Yeah, like hey, if John Voida wants to love Vin Scully, that's great. I do not. I think he brings nothing to the table. That's fine.
We're
Hey,
still
we have
talking
different
about it.
opinions.
Why have we talked about John Voida liking Vin Scully for so much of this episode?
I don't know. I think it was more about fucking Vin Scully, and it just Vin Scully just really pisses me off
What?
sometimes.
What about fucking Vin Scully?
Huh?
Wrap up the episode. It's over. How do we wrap up? I don't know how to wrap up these episodes. Dan, this is your responsibility. I wrap up the Fan and the Flame ones. You do this. How do we do it? You
Ah,
tell me
shit,
when
man.
it ends for
Hey,
me.
no, like, hey, appreciate anybody that's tuning into this. Understand this is our first episode. It'll get better, but appreciate you guys listening. So,
On
um,
the Fan of the Flames podcast channel.
hey,
This so
dude,
says
don't
Jay
the
Podcasting
fuck, dude.
Network.
You don't have to tell them that.
No, but
Just
it
tell them that
literally.
this was an awesome episode, dude. That
Oh,
we're in a
I'm just.
fucking we're in a 4 game win streak, dude. We got Eduardo Rodriguez fucking on the mound tomorrow. You know what that means?
Bad
Means our
news for
fucking
the
win streak is
Cincinnati
our win
Reds.
streak is gonna fucking end tomorrow. That's what that means.
Oh, I thought when you say when you know what it means, it's to be like it's bad news for no. It's like
No,
hey,
not for
but
me,
maybe it
bro.
won't win. Hey, here's all that. As long as we're within 7 going to the ninth, we got a shot.
That's true. This is true. Dude, that game was so sick today.
Dude. It was funny because it was on the background. And it's like, oh, a home run. I'm like, oh, cool. It's 6 runs. Oh, a home run. I'm like, oh, cool. It's
Yeah,
4
dude.
runs. It's like, oh, a double. Oh, it's 2 runs. And it's
Like
like,
10 to
oh,
8. And I was like,
oh,
wait, it's 10 to 8?
one thing we also did not point out was who was it? Was it Gino that hit the? I think Gino had the go-ahead RBI.
Oh
As
yeah,
we're talking about
he hit the
how.
two run double. Yeah, down the yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Gino's. I'll say this: if and hopefully it doesn't happen. If the D-backs fall out of out of contention, they will be able to get something solid for Gino for sure,
Right.
and Naylor. Honestly,
Yeah, Gino it was, and it was not just the go ahead double to take the lead, but 2 strikes with 2
two
outs
strikes.
in the top of the ninth.
Yeah,
That's a kick in the dick to the Braves.
and you know what makes it worse? He struck out to begin the inning.
Oh shit, that's right. They batted around.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking great. Dude, that's like the biggest kick in the dick. That's the biggest kick in the dick right there.
Yeah, it is. I tweeted after the game. It could be it could be one of those momentum shifters, right? Like
Hmm.
that, because if you think about it, you go into Atlanta, you've been struggling. You go into Atlanta, you take the first 2, and you just get blown out of the water in Game 3. Like that could be deflating.
Also, you could quit, right? You could quit. You could be like, all right, we got the first 2 games. Fuck it. Like, hey, 2 out of 3. On to Cincinnati. And
goals.
they came back.
Yes.
It was beautiful. Wait, what?
I'm telling you, you have to tell me when to stop the stream. I don't know when to do it. I feel like there was a good moment there, but I don't want to just do it and cut you off.
No, I think it's done, dude. This is Diamond Talk. I think we're done.